The blind mystic from Bulgaria, known as Baba Vanga, has been credited with predicting everything from the 9/11 attacks and the sinking of the Kursk submarine to the rise of a black president in America. Before she passed away in 1996, she left behind a chilling 3-part prophecy for the year 2025. As we live through this very year, many people are interpreting current events as the very things she foretold. You'll often hear a claim that her predictions are 85% accurate, but it's important to know that this number is completely unsubstantiated and not backed by any real analysis. So, what exactly did she supposedly see for 2025? We're diving into her warnings about a global conflict, the startling rise of artificial intelligence, and a great spiritual awakening that some believe could change the course of humanity. But first, a crucial reality check. Baba Vanga never wrote anything down. Her prophecies were spoken, passed from person to person, and are often incredibly vague, leaving them wide open to interpretation. Many of the most dramatic claims attributed to her are modern additions or have been fabricated over time. With that in mind, let's explore what's said, what's believed, and what remains a mystery. And stick around because we'll share the one spiritual action she insisted was vital for navigating the times ahead. A message that's powerful whether you believe in psychics or not. First up, and it's a big one, is the warning of a global conflict. Believers point to an alleged prediction of a devastating war in Europe that would supposedly kick off humanity's downfall. A quote that gets passed around a lot is, "In the spring, a war in the East will begin, and there will be a third world war, a war in the East that will destroy the West." However, let's be clear. This specific quote has no primary source, and researchers are pretty sure it was made up long after she died. Despite its questionable origin, followers see this warning reflected in the geopolitical tensions simmering across the globe today. They connect her vague visions of conflict with the harsh realities of modern politics and instability. The prophecy is also said to have warned that Europe would become a wasteland or sparsely inhabited by 2025. This is probably an exaggeration of something more general she might have said about population decline, a trend that is actually happening in some parts of Europe. Adding to this unease is another supposed prediction for 2025, a massive global economic disaster. It's claimed Vanga saw major financial markets collapsing, leading to widespread unemployment and chaos as a result of all the political instability. But, like many of her other prophecies, claims about an economic collapse aren't found consistently in credible records and are often mixed up with the prophecies of others, like Nostradamus. These predictions paint a pretty grim picture of a world on the edge. They tap into our collective anxiety about the future, fears of war, economic ruin, and society falling apart. While the details are shaky and often unverified, the general theme of a world in turmoil is a powerful and unsettling vision. The next prediction, though, is even more alarming, as it moves from the battlefields of nations to the battle for our own minds. The second part of the prophecy is where things get really strange and very 21st century. It's a warning that interpreters claim Baba Vanga made about a powerful new force, artificial intelligence. It's claimed that Vanga predicted an AI that thinks it is God, a seriously chilling thought about the danger of creating intelligence without wisdom. This is probably the best example of a modern idea being projected onto her legacy. There is absolutely no credible evidence that Baba Vanga, who died in 1996, ever mentioned artificial intelligence, a concept that was nowhere near the public conversation during her life. The idea of a digital prophet is a modern fear, retrofitted onto her mysterious story. Still, followers argue her symbolic language could be seen this way. They believe her warnings about humanity creating a false authority fit perfectly with today's debates on AI ethics and the potential for machines to surpass human control. Some have even taken this a step further, creating a strange loop by using modern AI to ask what Baba Vanga would have predicted. These AI-generated prophecies talk about constant surveillance and a future where machines dream of taking control. While this is modern folklore, it shows just how deep our anxieties about AI really run. Other futuristic predictions, often tied to 2025, include humanity mastering telepathy through brainwave technology and making contact with aliens during a major sporting event. These claims are all over tabloids and online forums, but again, there's no verifiable proof she ever said them. Whether she spoke of AI and aliens or not, the narrative that's been built is powerful. It taps into a deep fear of the unknown, of technologies we're creating but might not be able to control. It forces us to ask what it means to be human in an age of intelligent machines. Will our creations serve us, or will we one day end up serving them? We've waded through some pretty dark stuff, but the final part of this prophecy offers a glimmer of hope. It's about a great spiritual awakening and the single most important action Vanga said we could take. If you're finding this exploration valuable, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us continue to bring you these deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. Now let's uncover the final piece of the puzzle. So, after all the warnings of war, disaster, and rogue AI, you'd think it's all doom and gloom, right? Well, not exactly. The third part of Baba Vanga's 2025 prophecy offers a completely different vision, a great spiritual awakening. This is the supposed solution, the light in the darkness. According to interpreters, Vanga believed the immense global turmoil she foresaw wasn't an end, but a catalyst. The chaos would force humanity to look inward, question its values, and seek a deeper connection with the divine. Just like her predictions about AI, there's no reliable record tying a great spiritual awakening specifically to 2025. This seems to be another modern interpretation, a hopeful story woven by those looking for meaning in her darker warnings. Followers believe that as old political, economic, and social structures crumble, people will be forced to find a new foundation, one built on spiritual truth instead of material success. This awakening would be a moment of collective reflection, a chance for humanity to change course. This leads us to the one spiritual action Baba Vanga was said to have insisted on. It wasn't to build a bunker or hoard supplies. Her most crucial advice was simple yet profound: seek light. This was reportedly her final message, a call to cultivate inner light, truth, and a connection with a higher power, especially in uncertain times. It's a message that goes beyond doomsday sensationalism and speaks to a universal need for purpose and peace. To seek light means to practice discernment, to choose compassion over hate, unity over division, and wisdom over ignorance. It's an active, spiritual choice to be a source of positivity when the world seems consumed by darkness. You don't have to believe in her psychic abilities to appreciate this advice. It's timeless spiritual wisdom. It suggests that while we can't always control the huge events on the world stage, we always have control over our inner state. We can choose to respond to fear with courage and to chaos with a centered spirit. Her followers believe this was her ultimate prophecy, that our own spiritual choices have the power to navigate the darkest times and ultimately shape a better future. So, where does all this leave us with Baba Vanga's three-part prophecy for 2025? We have the warning of global conflict, the modern fear of a runaway AI, and the promise of a great spiritual awakening with its call to seek light. It's clear that many of the most dramatic claims attached to her name are unverified, exaggerated, or simply made up years after her death. That famous 85% accuracy rate is a myth, and since there are no written records, we can't prove she said many of the things she's famous for. And yet her legacy endures. Why? Perhaps it's because her vague, symbolic language acts as a mirror, reflecting our own deepest fears and hopes. In a world filled with real uncertainty, from political tensions and economic instability to the rapid advancement of AI, the prophecies of Baba Vanga give us a narrative to try and make sense of the chaos. Whether she was a true prophet or just a figure onto whom we project our anxieties, her story leaves us with a final, important question. If the future is uncertain, what's the most powerful thing we can do? Maybe the most enduring part of her legacy isn't the prediction of doom, but the simple instruction to turn away from the darkness and actively seek the light. What are your thoughts on these prophecies? Do you believe they are unfolding, or are they simply a reflection of our modern anxieties? Let us know in the comments below.
This book is your beginner's guide to understanding Scripture. Find peace, build relationships, and discover purpose in today's world. Ready to decode the Bible? Find Bible Decoded available on Amazon now.
If this content blesses you and you'd like to support our mission, you can buy me a coffee or give a super thanks. Every contribution helps us create more content to inspire and uplift others. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos.
Templar.